What's going on, everybody? My name's Tyler. This is Sean on the other side of the table.
Oh, you gave it
We're
away.
Rendered Reality. I know. I can't, man. I looked up and I saw us and I'm like,
Which way do
man,
I
is that
point?
weird? I know, right? I'm like, how long have we been doing this? And I've been sitting on that side of the table and now we're switched. But yeah, it kind of tripped me out. But thanks for joining us, Coffee and VR, on the other side of Oculus Quest 2 again. And
Yeah.
we're not going to dive as into it as we did in our breakdown. If you didn't catch it, make sure you watch that if you want to know everything that got dropped on that. We have had some stuff come out in between, and we are going to discuss that too.
Yeah.
But
We are
yeah.
going to talk about the Quest 2 still. I mean, how can you
Yeah.
not talk about it?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to talk about it. We're going to get into a little bit, probably a Quest 2, G2 stuff. I've seen, even in the chat already, a lot of people talking about canceling their G2 pre-order. So I want to talk about that a little bit, get some more info from some of those people. This was a big week. I mean, this was a massive week with the Facebook Connect, the PlayStation 5 announcement, Nvidia cards almost launching.
Apple not launching anything.
Yeah, I watched that
related.
whole Apple keynote. Not a single thing about AR, VR. That was the only reason I watched. Other than that, I was falling asleep. I didn't care about any of their watches or their iPads or any of that stuff. But,
yeah, that stuff that nobody's getting my money unless it's a VR company at this point.
Yeah,
Crazy,
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, I was really excited for Apple to do something. I thought this could potentially be the year that they surprise us. I thought maybe that was part of the reason that all of the Oculus stuff got leaked, all the Facebook Connect stuff got leaked early because they were like, well, we want to steal some hype from one of these other companies that might, put something out. That didn't happen.
And the other one, I'm surprised, no Valve announcement. I actually thought this could be the one too that they were going to drop wireless on us. I mean, we know they did it before the Oculus and stole their thunder. I mean, what, 5 minutes, I think?
Yeah, I think it was before F8. I think it was before one of the F8s.
Yeah,
I think when they launched. Wasn't it when they launched the Quest and the Rift S? I think that was when they dropped all the Index stuff, which that was a fun day too. So.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. I thought we were going to get the same thing. I was kind of excited for it. But I know, me too. But not yet, I guess.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the Nvidia stuff because, I mean, that was pretty big this week for all of us PCVR gamers, all the people that have Quest that, potentially wanted those too as a really, really good Link experience. Yeah, I mean, it was super disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, what? I think 3 minutes inside of that, 2 minutes, I think everything was basically sold out. Right?
For me, it was instant. I was on Best Buy's website with it pulled up, watching the clock. As soon as it hit, for our time, I think it was 9 a.m., as soon as it went straight from coming soon to sold out. And I was like, I couldn't even click the button. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what happened.
And I thought, B&H is kind of my go-to because I'm into a lot of videography, photography type stuff. And, they carry it, one of the bigger vendors of it. And the site completely crashed. I mean, it basically locked up B&H. It was ridiculous. I can't believe. But, my big thing, and I know we'll talk about the scalpers here in a minute, but how many are there that they're selling? Are they just driving demand by giving them 100 cards or something to sell?
10
well, that was, I said that earlier. I'm like,
it seemed like
how many did they actually get? Like, how they only have to have 5 in store to say that they carry it or whatever. It's probably like the minimum Black Friday style.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in it. I don't know if they were trying to just get them out quickly and maybe they don't have a lot of them. My guess is it's probably to create, buzz, demands, the whole bit, drive prices up.
And we know AMD announcement is coming soon too. So I know a lot of people have said, they're going to announce the super cards and all that kind of stuff, as soon as the AMD stuff launches. So they're holding back on some of that. I don't know, but it was disappointing because I literally was watching. I even went to Best Buy just to see if they would have any. There was one right down the street from where I work. I was like, I'm going to run over there just see if they have any. Obviously, I didn't figure they would. They didn't have any in stock.
They don't even carry much stock of that stuff anyways. They might have 1 or 2 if you're lucky of each. And usually they're empty on the shelf when I go, at least.
Right.
That's me. Everywhere's different, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know if I wasn't that excited to try and pick one up in the first place. You and I debated the night before, are we picking one up? Are we going to get one? And I think at last minute, you're kind of like, screw it. Like, I'm just going to at least try and get one.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I've got a huge project going on right now, trying to refinish my studio and stuff. Rock.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Quest 2 3080 RTX funds. I'm still watching for that 3080. As soon as everybody's going to get them back in stock at some point. I don't know when that's all going to happen.
I know.
But once they do, I think they're going to be pretty well available. Waters, because I didn't spend enough money this week. Yeah, seriously. Oh my goodness. I think all of us spent way too much money this past week.
Don't. I mean, you guys do not have to donate to us. We really do appreciate it.
All of our empty
wallets.
Man.
Save it for your guys' VR stuff, man. We just enjoy being here with you guys on our Saturday mornings. But yeah, I don't really have a need for it. Now, the only thing I said is, once I get that G2 in and I want to play Microsoft Flight Simulator and push it, I'm probably going to cry at that point. And then are we going to see them come back in stock? And when are we? Are we going to see them come out for holidays? My guess, probably first of the year.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit
when they're readily available.
Yeah, probably be a little while.
I do too.
I think that was mainly for me as well. I just kept thinking that G2 pre-orders on the way. Like, I want the best experience I could possibly get, in that headset. And that's really because everything else right now I can run pretty well. But I also, I think about the index and I'm like, man, with this 3080 card, can I run 144 hertz on everything, upsample it quite a bit more? Like, I should be able to. I mean, this is like double the performance of my 2080. So I have to imagine that I should be able to really push the index. And that was also something that crossed my mind. I was like, I just want to see, what is going to be possible with this card. I was just really excited for that. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. And honestly, my wallet is probably pretty happy that it sold out right away because I ordered two of the Quest 2s, ordered some accessories for them and everything else. So yeah, and then we started seeing stuff with these cards. Like, I was watching eBay right afterwards,
Scalpers.
And they were instantly going on eBay with a bunch of bids for like 10 grand. And then there was news articles coming out that they're selling for 70 grand on eBay. Yeah, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And here, a lot of people in the comments and stuff were filling us in that people are actually like creating bots for eBay to just run these prices through the roof and then not pay for them. So I mean, essentially just to kind of screw over the scalpers, right? I mean, they're saying...
I don't know. I think it drives prices up, though. Because if you look on, like, sold history and you see what they're selling for...
Yeah, and you don't know that.
Let's say one sold for $2 grand, and that's the cheapest one. And then you see one go for sale for, $1,800, you're going to jump on it. When you're still paying more than double the price, It's like, that's crazy to me, And it is a little bit of a... It's all market. It's all demand. So I get it. And if you want the newest, latest, greatest thing, I guess you're going to have to pay for it. If there's only 100 of them out there.
And Dave Winter says, don't worry, you guys can get the 3090 next week. And I have to imagine the 3090 is going to go the same way, right? Like, it's going to sell out instantly. I don't really want to pay for the 3090. I also don't want to have to get a bigger case and everything else. The 3080 should fit in my case. I'm going to have to update my power supply, but...
Right, that's true too. But as much as I always want the highest, graphics card and the newest thing out there, I'm not on that graphics card train of buying the most expensive one out there. Usually that highest tier one is like their concept. They're pushing their most stuff into. It's going to be the most expensive. Honestly, the next gen cards, they'll all be at that level. So, it takes a while.
3090,
but I just don't like buying that top stuff.
That 3090 you could probably super sample to like 300% and be okay. Right. I don't even know. The 3080 is already so powerful for the money. I mean, if you could pick one of these up for $699 and actually get one, that's a steal of a deal. If you're getting a G2, if you got an index, if you want, technically the best PCVR experience you can have right now, that 3080 card will give you that. So,
well, that's true too. Yeah.
Alec Kazam, thank you, says, hey, love the show. Quest 2 pre-ordered. Gonna get the new AMD. My wife is mad. I feel it. Want to ask what y'all's thoughts on AMD. It gets hate, but I never had any issue. So I actually, I'm not a big user of AMD, but I've had AMD stock for a long time because I think AMD is a great company. When AMD got bought out, or not bought out, but they the new management and stuff that went into place, I knew that AMD was going to start doing some really good things. And luckily, I got in early on the stock of AMD when it was really low. And now it's, I think, somewhere around $80, $90 a share, where Nvidia is like, what, $400 now or something. But I don't use a lot of their stuff. I think for VR, the thing is with Nvidia, they do a lot of driver updates and stuff that help some VR performance. And there's there's some games and stuff that come out, some experiences that come out that say don't work with AMD cards and stuff like right off the bat, and then that stuff gets added. That's my only issue. I know you got me into Nvidia, so.
Right. And I know we talked about stocks with AMD too. And at the price at the time, it was like, why not? You know what I mean? And they're not going anywhere. Right. They're a staple company. They're not going to go anywhere. So why not buy in? But for me, purchasing AMD stuff, I'm not really into it only because of my upgrade path. So, when you buy into that kind of stuff, you stick with it. So if I want to upgrade certain things, my motherboard, so I keep a motherboard and get a new graphics card, all that stuff kind of cycles over. So when you start switching, you're just restarting all that. And I don't know, for me, I haven't gone down that path, and I've been into it for a long time. So back to the 90s.
I think it's got a ton of potential, though. I think if you're on, there's a lot of people that do AMD builds, and the great thing about AMD is price-wise, they usually beat Nvidia. Usually their prices are better than Nvidia. They push a lot of performance in their stuff that is really incredible.
And I know I'm coming.
I think this next announcements could be really big and could put a potential hurting on Nvidia after this next announcement, depending on how they go about it. I think everybody should buy AMD stuff because I have stock in AMD and I don't have any Nvidia stock because it was too expensive back in the day. But so I think AMD makes good stuff. I mean, obviously AMD and Nvidia are the two players in the space, but I think they're both great. I mean, I think that it's all really just personal preference is what it comes down to. And Nvidia is usually they're usually first. You know what I mean? Like they usually push the envelope first, and they get their stuff out before AMD usually. But
AMD's updates take a little longer, stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of how it goes. I feel like they're not that they're one step behind. They're just probably not as big. They don't have as big of R&D department. They don't have as big of software engineers.
Yeah, but I think it's a great company, and I'm glad that Nvidia has AMD for the competition because just like Quest 2, competition is everything. So.
It seems like
tons of people in chat use AMD. So
I was just saying, Mr. Zombified says going for AMD for sure, and I agree. These next ones, I would be a viable option for me because I'm at the point now where I may be upgrading some stuff and looking at that, and I may do it once I finish my studio and stuff because it might go for a good build, but I just don't, have a need to at the moment. So for me. I just haven't. But
I think I'm going to get the 3080 once it's available. Once I can get it for the $699 price tag and just order it, I think I may. I am going to have to upgrade my power supply, like I said, but everything else should be fine. So I'm looking forward to it.
I agree. Yeah, for sure.
Do you want to get into games a little bit? We got a bunch of stuff to get into. We really want to focus on some Quest 2 accessories. We want to talk about all the accessories coming out and the stuff that's already been announced and stuff and some other stuff. But we're obviously going to talk Quest 2. We're not going to dive in as deep, but there's a lot of games that have new trailers got announced, and we talked about all the Facebook Connect games when we did our Wednesday stream. So if you didn't see that, make sure you go back. One of them that you brought up, and this is a brand new trailer.
Oh, dude, the 5 days, man. I'm pumped for this. I am so pumped.
It's not 5 Days at Freddy's.
No,
it's Solaris Offworld Combat. I know. I saw him already saying when is it for Quest 2, Five Nights at Freddy.
Groupie over here.
Yeah, so this is the newest Solaris Offworld Combat trailer, and this looks really good. This is gonna have crossplay with a Rift and Quest, just like I said right there, 4 versus 4. What is it, September 24th? Is that the 24th. September 24th is the date.
You got it. Oh, I'm so psyched for this. Looks so good.
Yeah, this new trailer got me pretty hyped, even more hyped, because this trailer looks really good.
I think for me, like, if I saw this trailer, without playing something like it, I would just be like, okay, it's another game. But after playing Hyperdash, which is the biggest relate to me for this, is the speed and the visuals look like Hyperdash, and I love Hyperdash, man. If you haven't played it,
we haven't played it on SideQuest. Actually, I kind of forget. There's so many games now, I forget. But so much fun. This, honestly, Hyperdash is an excellent game, but I think this is going to be on another level because this is First Contact Entertainment. They made Firewall 0 Hour, which is on the PSVR, which is the greatest first-person shooter, multiplayer shooter on the PSVR. So I have very high hopes for this game coming out of that studio.
It will. It's gonna be amazing.
And I love the crossplay. For games like these, crossplay is an absolute must because that just keeps the player base up, and an official crossplay on the official Quest store. It's just
everything.
Great. So I'm really excited for this one. This is our kind of game. We love these shooter games. We love multiplayer games. So
I feel like this will be the first big multiplayer shooter on Quest. To me, I feel like this is really going to take off.
You think better than Onward?
Absolutely.
Really? I don't know, man. Onward's going to. What did they say? It sold like $1 million in the first day or something like that? I don't care.
Yeah, but everybody bought it that already had Onward that had a Quest too. So, don't be fooled by that because everyone went into it thinking that, they were going to get this Onward game that they could play with this great PC one. Then the PC got downgraded and that all went erupt. So for me, I think this will be better because of the pace. The pace is a lot faster and people want to jump in and play stuff, whether they have 5 minutes to play, whether they have a half hour or 3 hours.
That's true.
And if you look at VRLFG for PC games, which if you don't know, it rates how many people are online on Steam, Pavlov is way higher than Onward, right? And Pavlov is a faster paced shooter than Onward, right?
Yeah,
So
I mean, if you
I
look
feel
at
like
VR
this is going to
LFG
follow
numbers,
that
yeah.
same step. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you might be right. And the thing about this is if they really push this trailer out right now, you got a lot of people that are getting the Quest 2 that have never had VR before. And this is going to come out, pretty soon right before the Quest 2 launch. So if you can push this out quite a bit and get people excited about this, then I think this could be pretty big, because Onward is kind of old news at this point right now. That launch came out and everybody's really excited. Everybody, we did a video on it. We played it. Everybody was really pumped. But so this is going to be the thing that everybody's going to be really pumped about right before the Quest 2 launch. So that's very smart on their part. And this game actually got pushed back. So it was supposed to come out before that date. And I think they probably pushed it back with a really smart plan of launching right before the Quest 2. So everybody's talking about it and playing it and streaming it and everything else. It's genius, if you ask me, really. And I think you're right. I think it could have potential to really blow up.
Yep. Greg's VR says might be a better game, but will never be bigger game on Quest. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how this is going to go, because I feel like the crowd and stuff coming in, buying these new second gen Quests, that this is an easier play for them than Onward. I really do.
It's hard because everybody, the Call of Duty style kind of game is still really popular. So and everybody knows, most people that know a little bit about VR have maybe heard of Onward. They've probably never heard of Solaris Offworld Combat, but that could change when they're researching what to play right before the Quest shows up.
When
and
everyone
everybody's
goes through,
this.
scrolls through the Oculus store, what do you see? You see everything in there, and you're going to look at all the images. You see this fast-paced, really bright colors. I think it's going to sell like hotcakes. I do.
We'll see. We're going to be playing it. I mean, we're definitely going to be playing it. I think 4 versus 4, that'll be some fun combat. And we'll definitely get in there and play with some other people.
I cannot wait. Excited. Yeah. The other one I do want to just real quick breeze over, it is on the Oculus store today. So if you're watching us live, is Red Matter is on sale for $18.99. I think it's normally
that's the daily deal.
$24.99. So it is today's daily deal. It is a great game. So if you do have a Quest 2 coming and you want to pick it up a little cheaper, visually, this game will be amazing.
Visually on the Quest 1, this is the best looking Quest game I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's supposed to be even better on Quest 2. This is a screenshot, like an image of it on the Quest 2. The textures, the lighting, the shadows, everything.
PC standards right there.
I mean, if you showed me that right there, I would probably say that's PCVR game, not a Quest game, but it's a fantastic game. I mean, it's so gorgeous. So I cannot wait to see this game on the Quest 2. I think it's going to blow everybody's mind. Another game real quick I want to talk about is Void Racer. So this one just launched. This one just launched Thursday on the Oculus Quest, and I believe this is a Go port. I believe this is originally on the Go. I never played it on the Go or anything. I picked it up because I got a $10 Oculus Store credit, and the last one that I got, I forgot to use it. It expired, and I never got to use it. So I was like, man, I got to use this for something. And this came out. I was like, it's perfect. Somebody in the Discord mentioned about it. So I picked it up. I picked it up, and I hopped into it this morning. And it's a lot of fun. It honestly, so you use one controller, you have one controller, and you have the gas, you have your special maneuver button, which you pick up power-ups and stuff, and then to steer, you just turn your wrist left and right. And it actually feels really good, and it's pretty responsive to what you do. And the one thing that I noticed about this that I really liked is it gives you a good sense of speed.
Which we talk about all the time. Games that don't have that, man, just don't do any justice for VR.
Exactly. So this kind of game, I want to feel like I'm flying. And it has some comfort options. First thing I did is I turned all those off, so I didn't even try those. Single player and multiplayer. I've only tried the single player experience. Multiplayer, I think, is where this is really going to shine. I don't know how many people can play at a time, but we need to set up something with some people to play this, because I think that's where it's going to shine. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. And to me, while you were even trying it, I said it looks like Mario Kart, like a futuristic version of Mario Kart.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You have power-ups, you have like a magnetized thing, you can pull your enemies back, you have like a combat drone you can hit to go shoot them down. Really cool. I think this is something I didn't know was coming, and I think this is it's a lot of fun. So if you can, pick this up, we'll probably play at some point. I don't know when for sure yet, but we'll hop on and we'll join the Discord, because we always we throw stuff on there sometimes looking to play. Another thing I did want to mention is I wanted to get mugshots today. I ran out of time. Mugshots for sure next week, so everybody get yours in. We've had some really cool ones that I wanted to show, and I was excited, but I totally ran out of time and I forgot. So make sure you join the Discord, give us your mugshots, get them in here next week.
And Gaming Science Teacher said that the side-by-side of red matter on Quest first and second, on Cass and Sherry. Couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
But I guess for me, I'm just more talking visually. There won't be anything difference between the two.
No, well, visually, you can see it in the video, but it's a lot more subtle. I think you notice it more when you're actually in the game playing, and it's not going to be huge, but it was already so amazing on the Quest 1. So Alakazam said, we need a game that will keep people in VR all day and night that's not Rec Room. What game do you think that will be, or hope it will be? For me, I just think of the metaverse. I think of something that's going to be like a metaverse kind of a thing. But
yeah, I mean, I get that. I don't know.
What do you think?
Just real quick, I did throw a Discord link into chat too, just in case anybody needs it. What do I think? Honestly, I think Pop 1. I mean, to me, just because of the amount of time people spend playing Fortnite, I feel like it's going to do the exact same thing for VR.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, and we're going to get into a little bit.
I really think that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
To me, I get the metaverse, but at the same time, it would have to be like an evolving world, always
what I thought.
changing
that's what
too.
I thought. You're just constantly in there with people. You know, you constantly can do the other things. You hop from one game to another to, hey, let's go watch a movie, to let's go shopping, let's go to the mall, you know what I mean? Walk around. I mean, that's going to be what's going to happen. It's going to be the future. I mean, it is for sure. Just like it was in Gary's book. I mean, Gary predicted the future on a couple of things, I think. And it's going to happen. The other one that comes to mind, Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell, because anytime, we know these are coming to VR now. We don't have anything official release date wise, trailer wise, anything like that. And once we do, we'll definitely be talking all about that. But the open world kind of game. I mean, look at what's the
open world.
What's the PCVR port? That's the big open world game that from. Oh man, I hate when I think of a game and I can't think of the name in the moment.
Fallout 4?
No, same developer. The other one. It's so bad because as soon as I ask, you can't think of it either. But somebody will say in chat. But huge open world games like that's what consumes time. That's what I think people go into, and you're just like you said, it's almost like an endless evolving thing of missions, things you're trying to do.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky, like games like that you just get completely lost in is what the future of somebody being in VR for probably way too long is. You know what I mean?
Star Wars Squadron, Artful said, which true, right? Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I know. Skyrim.
Skyrim.
That's the one I was thinking.
Man, why can I not?
I knew it started with S. I
hate when I do that. I'm like, it's right on the tip of my tongue, but I know. It's like it drives me crazy. But I mean, Zenith Gaming Science Teacher said I think it could be Zenith. Like big games like that, I think is what it is. You know, it's not the Beat Saber. It's not Onward. It's not the games that those kind of games to me are the games you spend a couple hours in at a time pretty easily. Yeah, but you don't spend all day. And I don't think we're going to get to the point of spending all day in VR anyways until the comfort factor is the non-issue.
For me, like the metaverse to me, my dream metaverse would basically be Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
I mean, where you have full money systems in there, people going around the world, buying things, saving up money, online gameplay,
upgrading your houses,
stuff, missions. Yeah, I mean, it basically has everything a gamer could want inside of one game. Mm-hmm. And that's why that game has lasted so long. I mean, GTA 5 is still one of the highest grossing games. So
yeah, I mean, I think that's potentially
been out for how long now?
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Lo-fi would be a great one if they had multiplayer too. I mean, that would be another one. If they had multiplayer in that, woo.
Lo-fi is going to be one you're going to spend some time in, though, because I've already spent a decent amount of time in there, and it's nowhere. It's not even a complete game. Yeah, like it's still limited on what's going to be in the final product. So that was a great question, honestly. That wasn't something we were even planning on going into too much, but I did want to bring up Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell anyways, just because those are going to be those are going to be big. Those are going to be really big.
Yeah, and if they are true open world games, you know what I mean? I mean, Splinter Cell may or may not be. Assassin's Creed, I would hope, because they all are. It better be. Oh, that would be a disappointment. I would love to see like the Division come next.
Another game that you can spend a lot of time in is Poker Stars, which Greg's VR spends a lot of time in Poker Stars. I know that for a fact. But this now they're adding blackjack, and this was actually I think Gaming Science Teacher posted this in our Discord. I didn't even realize this. So I was like, oh, I got to grab that for today. Yeah. I won't even bring it up. I won't even mention the fact that I'm so disappointed they didn't add Uno. I'm not even going to say it this time. Because I know I always harp on how they need to add Uno, so I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. I don't want to harp on that. So anyways, blackjack and Poker Stars. That's cool, right?
Yeah, I agree. No, totally, yeah.
I know how to play blackjack better than I do poker, so that could bring me in.
This is, again, if I had like a broken leg and I was strapped to the couch for hours, this is all I would probably do. It
This
really
and
is.
fishing.
I love this for sitting.
Real VR
True.
fishing. I still love that game.
Yep, except I like standing and fishing. I don't know why. Just because I guess if I fish, I'm always standing on like shore side.
I just want to sit down and have a cup of coffee, and you can do that in this too.
Sure.
But and we also and we're gonna get into some of the Oculus accessory stuff with the tracked kind of stuff. And they're, you know, allowing the pass-through to snap stuff. I really want to get to the point where we have our coffee mugs or, you know, your beer bottle or whatever it is in VR and you can grab. It's one-to-one.
Object recognition
it's coming.
So bad.
And they've already done it. Yeah, they've already
I mean, people that don't have Quest, you've never experienced this, but let's say you have a play space, right? And I have one where I normally have a stool inside of, right? Or let's say my cat's at my feet.
Right.
So I'm in that area and Oculus will be like, hey, there's something in there. You may want to move it. And you can see the point referrals for the height and everything on it. It's amazing. So, you know, they have to be so close to object recognition.
Yeah. I mean, they are. They already do. Like when you set up your play space, it'll tell you like, hey, there's this object in here. You know, and when they got into some of the stuff for the Infinite Office and stuff like that, they talked about that stuff. And there's actually things that you can. So let's just segue right into Infinite Office real quick because we're already talking about it.
Good point.
But it shows that you can snap like a virtual screen to something in your real world environment and it stays there. So you walk back up and that object stays in that spot. So that's just the very beginning of it noticing my coffee cup sitting here. It recognizes what the shape of that object is. When I go to grab it or when I look at it, even in game or whatever, I could see it there and I could grab it and take a drink, even though it's not very easy to take a drink of a cup of coffee with a headset on. But that's beside the point. And
now you should be able to see your hand. So even if you have controllers and put them down, you should see your hand recognition reach up and grab that coffee cup one-to-one.
Your hand shows up when you set the controller down. You grab that. And I mean, it's great. And they're also using the Logitech, what is it, the K830 keyboard, I believe it is.
Yeah, the keyboard. I think.
Yeah, this is a keyboard that's going to work inside VR. I love the fact that they take the environment and they just kind of like slide that slider over and the real world kind of dissipates and the VR world comes in. I don't know how easy it's going to be to fully work from inside VR yet, but I think that is something that is going to be the future depending on what, you know, if you're doing a graphic design job, like stuff like that.
I think it would be super easy. I think it would be great. I really do.
I think it's going to take time. I think it's going to take time for them to perfect all of these little things because a mouse clicker is very precise. And honestly, why couldn't we get a mouse too?
I guess it has a trackpad.
Touchpad. Yeah,
it has a trackpad to the side of it. So that's what gives you that then.
Yeah.
So really, you would never have to take off your headset. Right. You wouldn't, especially if you can see that in front of you. You just reach your hand down and the trackpad's there, the keys are there. It's pretty seamless. So
yeah, and your pass-through environment comes up when you want to walk away.
Could you imagine if we're doing like our prep work and we could be doing that inside of VR with screen sharing, object sharing, where you could see things beside you, and I'd be like, Sean, check out this game, and all of a sudden it pops up beside you, and I'm playing it, and you're watching it. It's seamless, you know.
Yeah, that's
that
what it needs to be. And I think it could potentially get to a seamless point. It won't be right away. It's going to be an evolving thing that just constantly gets better. They did show in here too when you watch this video that messages would pop up like that, and it says, "Hey, almost ready." Phone. Yeah, and they did confirm that Facebook Messenger is coming to the Quest, and that's going to be, and I'm sure that's what that is, right? Like we're not going to actually have our text messages pop up, at least not yet. Hopefully someday, but there is a big push right now, and we're going to get into it about, you know, obviously the Facebook account to have an Oculus headset and all that stuff. They're pushing the Facebook platform a lot now, and we're going to get into some of that. But just as another example, you know, the Facebook Messenger, which I never use unless I'm like on the marketplace or something. But developers, I think it is gonna push. I think them doing this with the Oculus products, it is gonna push people more into their Facebook product as well. Even just because people are gonna use Messenger more because it can come up on like, hey, I'm gonna be playing VR. If you need me, send me a Facebook message. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it is
they
going
want
to push
keep you in that ecosystem.
Yeah, it's going to push the ecosystem more.
Absolutely.
No matter what. So it's going to.
Right.
That's
weird, I get it. If you want those, you know, those things and make it easy, that's what you're going to have to do. I mean, and that's okay. You know, if it was, let's say it wasn't even Facebook and it was Oculus branded, it wouldn't be a big deal. Yeah. But basically the only bad taste in my mouth is not my coffee. It is that it's Facebook and their login and their privacy and tracking. So that's where it gets tricky. So
it does get tricky.
If they were smart, they would not blend Oculus and Facebook together. They would keep these two separate entities because of that. I just feel like going ahead in the future, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I agree for us. You know, for the general population, I don't think it's good. But for them, obviously, looking at it as a marketing standpoint,
but keep it separate.
It is good for them.
Keep the brand separate. Sure, okay, you have to have a Facebook login. Fine. But don't promote it as being a Facebook product and being Facebook this and Messenger this.
Yeah.
Like, keep it Oculus. Keep it co-sync between the two, you know? I don't...
Right. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
a touchy subject.
Frustrating me more and more. I know.
It is. It is. And I don't know. Maybe we just need to have a whole show focusing on some of that. But this is the keyboard, the Logitech K830 keyboard.
Which I think is awesome. I love this.
Like you can see the touchpad, and I forgot about that because it just kind of came into my mind about being able to have a mouse instead of using your fingers to pinch and move things, because a mouse is going to be so much more precise, at least for now.
Though I do love this right here where they showed at night with the keyboard, right? So that's awesome, but you can't run your Quest headset in the dark.
You can get IR illuminators, so you could.
You could.
Yeah, you technically
can.
Who's
doing that?
People do. I remember when the Quest first came out, people were doing it like crazy on Reddit and stuff. But
just get the VR cover with the blackout nose. Like, okay, now it's dark. Like, there you go. I mean, who cares? But,
so do you want to let's stick on the Oculus subject then? They have announced, again, this is blending some more Facebook. They've announced the way they're basically going to do their off-store distribution. So right now, you can go through avenues like SideQuest and all that stuff. They want a more seamless way for developers to be able to push out their product without it being approved for the Oculus Store, and it's not going to show up on the official Oculus Store. I grab a clip from the Facebook Connect where she kind of explains this is how this is going to work.
I really want to know where they're headed with this, though.
Yeah,
what angle they're working. But
so let's play this, and then we'll talk about it.
Here's a mock-up of how that might look. And you can see here, a user is scrolling through their Facebook feed. They find a post that's from you, the developer, and you've linked to this application that you've distributed through this new channel. They click the link, they go straight through to the product detail page where they can check out all of the trailers and the information you've provided them, make a confident purchase or install determination, and the next time they're in the headset, it'll be right there ready for them to go.
So again, Facebook. So
yep.
You're not going to be able to put your Quest on and like browse through the non-approved section of the Oculus Store, right? You're going to have to go to your Facebook account and you're going to have to link up, see developers' posts and everything else through there. So, it's forcing not only a Facebook login, it's forcing you to actually actively use Facebook to be able to get games that aren't approved. So that's
track what you're doing and draw you to that, putting more time in that, going back and forth. They need, again, we've said this, they need to have a section that you can access all this.
Yeah, I feel like that would be so much easier. Like, why not just give me on the Oculus app, instead of the Facebook app, on the Oculus app, a section that says non-approved, test games, play at your own risk, whatever, and then you go that route, or even in your headset. I would rather, because even in that talk, they talked about a new way that they were showing the Oculus Store in the headset, where it's 3 planes of images, on a flat screen, but you can see that they're in front of each other and they move separately. So they're already looking at ways to make things look better in the headset as far as the store goes, but none of that stuff's going to be in there. So I never use Facebook for anything other than the marketplace. So I'm going to have to be on Facebook to go to a developer's page to get a game to download, and I like the way that you can just see it and you click it and you say, yeah, I want to play that. And then next time you go on your headset, it's going to be in there. I just don't like that it's on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Agree. Right.
So
I know. Or just put it in the Oculus app, at least. If you want us to be tracked on our phone and know what we're doing, just put it in the Oculus app. But
so people are saying, no, it's not. It's just a URL that links to the app. They are just links. So maybe they can post those links. I mean, if it is just a link in Facebook, that makes sense that they can post it other places. But I think the focus is that they want you to see it on Facebook and go through that route. I think that is, because that's specifically what they said. Like, people are like, you put it on your Facebook account and then somebody sees it and they click it. Right. So I don't know exactly how they'll do it. It just makes it seem like they really want you on Facebook to get that link. And if it is just a clickable link, then you should be able to post it other places as well, like Reddit or Discord or whatever. And hopefully they let people do that. Yeah. Hopefully that's the,
Yeah.
So maybe I'm wrong. Gaming science teacher said you misunderstood this. Has nothing to do with Facebook. Just an example. So I mean that is the specific example they gave. So hopefully I'm wrong and that's not the case. That it'll be just a link they can post anywhere. That makes more sense. And I hope that's the route. But I just know they're trying to push Facebook. But
I just still give me a section in Oculus, man. I can get in the headset.
Yeah, I agree. But it doesn't sound like it's gonna have it on the Oculus app at all. Am I wrong about that? Like they didn't say anything about it being on the Oculus app or in the Oculus headset, and that's what I heard. That's what I want. But so I don't know.
I don't think we're gonna get that.
We'll see. I mean, that's gonna be rolling out. What they say early next year, I think, early 2021. So we'll know for sure how that's gonna play out, and hopefully that'll be right, and they can put it anywhere. Another thing that they're doing is subscriptions. So I'm gonna play this other video real quick. Let them talk, and we'll talk about it.
And for that, I am thrilled to announce that coming in 2021, we will be enabling you to monetize in VR in a whole new way via subscriptions. You'll be able to create subscriptions for your app, one per app to start. And these subscriptions will unlock completely new possibilities for your applications in terms of how you monetize and also how you think about your content. We are super excited to see how your business models evolve and how your content evolves using subscriptions as a model. And you can see a mock-up here of what we think the flow might look like once this is out. Users will be able to install the app, as you can see. And once they're inside your app, it's up to you to communicate the value of your subscriptions in your words and in your UI. They'll learn what your sub is about, and from there, they can hit purchase. Once they do, we'll facilitate the purchase and make sure that it is as seamless, secure, and successful as possible.
So what do you think about subscriptions? What are your thoughts?
Well, first, before I get into that, because I do not like subscriptions, the only thing I will say that they are doing here is they are trying to make money on this. And that's been the issue. They've dealt with it before with subscription-based stuff, is they want a cut of that. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
They want something out of this. So they are trying to force developers for the subscriptions to go through them so they make a profit off of it. Because they don't want any sale going through their headset without them making money on it. And that is what they are doing solely with this.
The first thing I can think of subscription-based that was on Quest was Supernatural, and that's what they showed in the example. But when Supernatural, when you did that subscription, you downloaded the Supernatural app and you went through them for your subscription service. And so that does make sense that they're wanting to get some of that income revenue. And I even saw somebody mention, I wonder what the split will be. Yeah, and
that's all it is.
To see. Yeah, so they're definitely wanting a cut of that. I'm not a big fan of subscriptions because I don't like having. I mean, I have enough monthly subscription stuff, that I don't like paying for. And
I just don't like. My biggest beef with it is, okay, if it's a company I want and I'm getting something constant like a trainer or something like that with Supernatural, that I can buy that. I get that. But for me, give me the stuff, let it come out as I want to buy it.
Right.
Because what if I don't want what you're giving me? I'm counting on you to deliver exactly what I want without knowing it in a subscription.
Yeah.
That's not really my style. I'm going to buy it if I want it. Like Beat Saber, if I want a pack, I'll buy it. If I want a song,
give me the
buy
option.
it.
Like I'm
all
all
okay
about
with that.
Yeah, I'm all about the Beat Saber approach where you come out with a new music pack. You have the option if you want to buy that new music pack and play it, or you want to pass on it and it's not your style of music. So
and for me, subscriptions don't promote developers to put out quality content because they're already bankrolling, right? So they're already making that money and they're like, okay, we'll just push something out because we have to, not because they want to make more on it and sell more. So if they put it out and you buy it, they're going to have to put something out good enough for you to buy. Yeah. So I don't really agree with that on all ends.
There is still some, motivation in the fact that you can cancel the subscription and they don't want people canceling it. So, I mean, there's still motivation there, but I think you have, like you said, there's more motivation when it's a pack you put out and you want people to buy that pack and you're not knowing everybody's already paying for it. That's part of your subscription.
Sure.
Like Supernatural and stuff, I guess I can kind of understand some of it, but I'm just not a fan. Like I just prefer DLC. Just give me DLC that constantly comes out once a month and I can buy it or not buy it, But
or if it's a game that's always changing, like the content's different, or you lose the content from last month's subscription, and then every time a new subscription, everything's different. Songs are different, workouts are different, and exercise stuff, and then the next month it's something totally different. I'm totally cool with that. But I don't want to pay for stuff that's just, oh yeah, here's a couple more songs to play, or here's a new map, or this or that. I'm like, just let me buy it as I want it.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean?
Curious what other people think. I think other people are on kind of the same page, you know. So Me Water says I use Supernatural every day. So there are still people I know.
For sure. Oh, that's great stuff. Yeah.
The VR Mang, I don't know what his name is now. I never remember, but
James, I think.
Yeah. So I know he was a big Supernatural fan. Gaming Science Teacher said, right, I have only had interest in 2 Beat Saber music packs of all the ones they've put out so far. Reckoner said I would love a Game Pass type subscription service for Quest, though. That's a little bit different. Like if you're doing, if you're getting all the games that come out for a certain amount of money, or at least most of the games per month, that's a little. I can understand that.
That's different. Right.
Pengi said I canceled Supernatural because of these very reasons. I enjoyed it, but I preferred only certain soundtracks, and I didn't like playing for all the playlists. I didn't like paying for all the playlists I didn't enjoy, and that's exactly totally agree.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to swallow, man.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Dealer says, "What if something like Viveport comes out?" Like I think Reckoner said, and hey, that's cool. You know, if you want to pay $20 a month,
you're getting fresh new stuff all the time.
Yeah,
like,
and it's games, whole games. You're getting whole games. You know, for that kind of. I mean, that makes a little bit more sense. So,
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Talking about the workout stuff, though, Supernatural and stuff, Oculus does have what they're calling Oculus Move now. Yeah, integrated.
Yep. Just good.
It's going to track your performance of working out, movement, calories, minutes that you work out.
Great addition.
Yeah,
great addition. This is amazing. Yeah. My wife will love this. I think this is the Apple Watch fitness style for VR. I think this is great. I love what it does. It tracks the games. It tracks your calories, your dailies, your weeklies. I think it's awesome.
Is this going to be part of the challenges thing, the new challenges update?
I don't know if they're going to integrate that to
because
they should. You could get calories.
Yeah, if you could challenge other people, like if I'm like Tyler, man, I got 10. I burned way more calories than you did this week. Where you been slacking? And then you're like, oh crap, I'm gonna go play some pistol whip. You know what I mean?
Right. When I go into pistol whip every time, I go through every song, check the leaderboards, see who has beat me, and I'm like, nope, that's what I'm playing right there. I don't go by which song I want to play.
Yeah, I think this is really smart. And those leaderboards I think are really smart because that really does push people to play more, and that pushes people to give games, more of their time. And with VR, it's great because you're not just sitting on a couch. You are burning calories. And how many people have said they saw a gaming science teacher crush their score in Beat Saber, and they're like, oh, heck no, that ain't happening. I'm going in there. I'm taking that win back, What are you laughing at?
I just read, it was Risky Business. That's his name.
VR Mang. I always call him VR Mang.
I just swore I read, I'm down 205 pounds. I swore is what he wrote.
My goodness, he's working out too much.
I'm like, wait. But yeah, he lost 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. And is that just from VR? I mean, have you been doing outside workouts, other than that? I'm curious.
I know he's been doing a lot of Supernatural. I know he said Supernatural is an incrable experience and keeps me coming back every day. So, man, I wish I was that motivated to work out every day. Yeah. But I mean, VR is an absolute. I think with the Quest and stuff that it really did become a lot of a workout accessory. A lot of people use VR for working out. And I don't think that was something they necessarily planned for when they were developing the Quest. I think that was a little bit of a surprise to them how popular it is for working out. And part of that could have been from the COVID stuff that happened this year, and I'm sure it is, but it is because it's fun. You get to work out and have fun. You can work out for an hour, and it doesn't feel like you've been walking on a treadmill for an hour, counting the minutes for it to be done. You know what I mean? It's such a great way. It's such a great way to work out.
Yep, I know. And Meow Mix, amazing name, by the way, said hopefully it will eventually include Fitbit support, which I think would be good for maybe bringing in outside information that you haven't done in VR, the stuff you've done during the day. But I don't know if we really need it because wouldn't the controllers basically be tracked the same way as the Fitbit? So I don't know. Would it be necessary, right? I don't know.
Maybe it's probably not a bad idea, but yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's all not bad, but you're right. I mean, any of it would be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
So
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, let's just get into some Quest 2 stuff and then start getting into some accessories.
I know Wayne, which cheers, late to the party, but glad you're here.
Yeah.
Said about the IPD adjustments and stuff, and I would be very nervous about this, except for one of them almost lines up exactly with my IPD. So even if I was in the middle, I would be a little bit nervous. But I've had a dream about this. All right. So another invention in my head, right? So you know how they're adjustable, right? Just with the notches and the sliders, which I don't know if I'm excited about. But let's say, because I heard some people, I think it was maybe on Tested or somewhere, said that they could move them in between the two, right? And it kind of stayed there. Oh, it was a review, that hateful review I sent you of the Quest 2, and said that they could keep it in between the two and it worked better for them.
Like it wasn't actually a notch where it clicked in, but you could kind of stop it in
even
between.
though the screen stayed at the points because they adjust in thirds as well, but just by bringing those lenses in a little, maybe to line them up between your eyes and the center sweet spot of the screen, it worked. So why couldn't we make a little 3D printed piece to go between them that had preset IPDs, right? So you could download a STL file for your 3D printer that had a 61, a 62, a 65, a 66 that held those lenses in that exact position where they worked.
It's a good idea.
I was dreaming.
And we'll have to see. We'll have to go hands on for sure. But yeah, if that's the case, I'm just glad that they gave us something. You know what I mean?
I know.
I'm really glad they didn't go Rift S route and say screw it.
Is it something? Is it like a half thing?
Well, it is, but it's better than Rift S. I mean, Rift S IPD adjustment with no IPD except for a software that seemingly did nothing for me. You know, I got eye strain using the Rift S for a long time. I hated it. I mean, it was not a headset that I could use for a long time. I don't think I'm not too worried about it. I think it's going to be a great solution for a single panel. You know, since it is single panel, it's not dual panel. But
look, why 3, man? Why have 3 adjustments when it's just a mechanical notch and the screen adjusting?
But
why can't it be 5? Oh, so you're telling me for an extra millicent that they couldn't add little notches in between and make the software have increment adjustments in between?
I mean, I agree. But like I said,
5 at least.
I'm just happy it's better than nothing. I'm not too worried about
I'm
it.
A little peeved. That was the one thing that I was a little
And somebody did mention, Vindaloo said, Carmack said you lose FOV on the wider IPD on the Quest 2, which you do, which makes sense when you're on all the way wide out. You know, you're going to have some cut off on the sides. That stinks. Luckily, I'm not too worried about that either because I have a lower IPD, so I shouldn't lose anything. But just for anybody just joining, if this is your first VR headset, let's get into what the Quest 2 is just a little bit for them. They announced it. The pre-orders are available. It's coming out October 13th for...
Wait. The real answer, it's a step into another world.
Yeah, for sure.
It is not like flat gaming.
No.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
This is stepping into a game.
Yeah, you're almost out of body experiences, to be honest. But $299 for the 64 gig model, $399 for the 256. It's going to have almost 4K, 2K per eye, screen resolution, using the latest, greatest Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2. I know everybody that watches the channel all the time knows all this stuff, but I'm sure there's going to be some new people looking for some info.
Oh, yeah.
And it is honestly... For $299, I mean, it's a steal of a deal. You're going to get so much money out of that, and you only have to sell a portion of your soul to Facebook to get it. So there is that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. But honestly, the games are cheper inside of it, so there's a lot of pros. And it is nothing you've ever done if you've never played VR. And this, again, is going to be a walk into Best Buy, pick one up price. So we are at that cheap holiday gift price for a lot of people.
Sure. The only thing is with that $299 price, though, you need to understand that it's not going to be the most comfortable headset. You are going to at least eventually want to upgrade the head strap to their rigid strap, or maybe somebody else will come out with something. That is going to be something you want to do. People have said review wise about 45 minutes with the soft strap is what they get out of it before they don't really want to be in VR anymore because it's not comfortable enough. So I got the head strap, the hard strap with the battery pack on the back. I think that's going to be your best way to go if you can. That counterbalance is actually really going to help the comfort quite a bit. If you get the regular $50 strap, you can easily do a DIY counterbalance. There's so many videos out there. There's so many ways you can do it. I'm sure there's going to be official products you can order for a counterbalance or a rear battery pack made for this. But for $299, it's great.
If you want more battery, almost everybody has a power bank sitting around.
It on the back.
Throw it in your pocket. You're still wireless. Yeah, you can strap it on the back for a counterweight.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of ways to get into this cheap and then upgrade down the road.
Right.
So it's a great entry point for VR. Actually, it's the best entry point for
we have
VR
right now. It's going to be hard to compete with this headset for a while. And honestly, this is going to sell people on VR because it already has. I've had multiple people at work now, never been into VR, never ordered a headset. They've already pre-ordered this. Multiple people that I've been trying to sell on VR for a long time and they never got in. Super excited about that. My sister actually bought one. So my sister pre-ordered one, which they've never had a VR headset. They all thought the VR stuff was excellent. They want to come over here and play it all the time, but they never had any interest in getting their own. My nephew, which is 15 years old, he has played VR multiple times in my house, absolutely loves it, but he's never really showed much interest in getting his own headset. Well, so my sister pre-ordered one, and instantly that day he's texted me. He's like, hey man, can I play Contractors on the Quest? Like, what are the games I can play? So like, I'm filling him in. And I was like, Onward's on there officially, you know, Contractors is coming. So to see, you know, teenage age kids getting really excited about VR now is very promising for me. And I'm really, really excited, honestly.
Yep. And I was just looking, it looks like the 256 is back in stock for the moment on the official website.
Yeah.
Which is good to see.
The stock seems to be pretty high. So if you can't find it somewhere, check some other places. You know, some like Target is selling these, Walmart, they're out there. Just look around a little bit. And so they, like we talked about, they are offering the official accessories now, which let me see here. I got
which
so much
is
stuff
well needed. I mean, we're still missing the one we really hope for. Would be one with headphones. I'm not totally upset because we at least got some really premium head straps, especially with the battery.
Yeah.
I just, you know, we always want the headphones. I want that all in one, not have to do any other steps. I want to be able to throw it on, have amazing audio, great battery life, and good comfort. Like, come on, this day and age, how can we not have that? But
so I'm so glad though they're finally doing some official stuff. We've talked about how they needed to do this for a long time with the original Quest. They got the Elite Strap, the battery. We talked about the Fit Pack. The great thing about what is happening right now with the Quest 2 is that they are supporting third-party people to come out with accessories. They're supporting that. You know, they're helping other companies come out with good products for this, and there's multiple that we know about already. Man, I got so much stuff in here. I can't find anything.
The one with the battery is back in stock as well on the official website. It seems like they just keep coming and going. I don't know if it's as production or they get shipments in or what it is. And somebody said the Costco bundle on Akaze said, which is, let's see, the headset, the Elite Strap, and the facial interface and the 256 for $429 or $39, something like that.
Yeah. So,
something
I mean, it's awesome. Really good deals going on at Costco. Check it out if you haven't pre-ordered. So this is the VR cover. We love VR cover products because of that. It's that pleather material that's on your face.
Man.
Just so much more comfortable. This is going to be their official facial interface, which I'm sure, you know, we'll do a review on that and talk about that. One of the cool things about this is in the front of it, you actually see they've actually added cooling vents in there. So it actually circulates some air through a little bit. And I think that will help quite a bit. They have the nose flap. If you watch the Oculus Quest VR cover V2 video that we did, they've added these nose flaps to completely, I mean, honestly, they really do completely block out any light bleed, for me at least, for my face design. And there's multiple ones you can switch through. So,
and they do come out. You don't have to have that in as well.
Right, so. And you can take them out because I actually like having the nose gap because I like being able to peek at my phone. I like being able to peek at where I'm at in the room. But really excited for this product. Honestly, I have a VR cover product on every single headset that I have just because I much prefer
right here too.
I much prefer the pleather feel than the foam. Some of the original Quest and Go face stuff was too scratchy for me. I was not a fan. So another thing is the Logitech stuff.
Yeah, that's the one I really want to get into because I don't know. I'm on the fence about this. I mean, to me, you know, they say it's an official and the audio matches the drivers and all that stuff. That's great and all. But, I mean, we're not talking high-tech stuff here. These are headphones. You know, I mean, you're getting a stereo output. They're really nice headphones.
Yeah.
I love the look of them.
So they're offering two. They're offering the big over-ear headphones and the earbuds. So are you talking about? You're talking about the big ones.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see that they're made for it. You know, they're like, okay, we're working in partnership with them and stuff with Logitech, but I just don't see how or why, because our worry, and we talked about this before the show and we tried to save some of this, is with the Elite straps being that larger strap, is it going to interfere with it where it overlaps?
Yeah.
And I don't know because we haven't seen any images with that strap.
Every
being
image
a soft
and video,
strap, it's flat.
Yeah,
Right.
every image and video we've seen so far, we tried to find one with the Elite strap, and it all shows it with the regular fabric strap. I have to imagine it'll still fit over the Elite strap okay, but I mean, the fabric strap, pretty much any headphone should work with it because it's just fabric. It's just thin fabric.
Right.
The earbuds maybe a little bit more designed for it. You know, they have the flat cable.
Cables.
Yeah, they have the flat cable so it doesn't get twisted up. That's kind of nice. For me, I think the only thing that seems designed for the Quest 2 with this is the short cable. For the big over-ear headphones. That's the only thing that seems designed for the Quest. And honestly, I know, tell me in the comments in the chat, do you use big over-ear headphones like this with your Quest? Because when I first got my Quest and my Rift S, I tried because I was playing, we were playing Contractors, Onward, whatever, first-person shooter games, and I need that real good positional audio to know where people are coming from. I stuck these on with my headset. Absolutely hated it. Just me personally, I could not stand it for more than about 10 minutes because I felt so claustrophobic with these big headphones over my ears and a headset on, and I got so hot. I got way overheated because you have your whole head is getting covered up,
You don't like over-ear headphones at all, and I get that. I know we have better stuff out there, the off-ear stuff. Cheers, Jason. See you in chat. But my whole thing is now these are $100, and I know they're going to be great headphones. I do not doubt that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they're going to sound good. Yeah,
they're going to have great sound, good bass, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I have been rocking these headphones. I highly, highly recommend these. They're $28, I think. They have 50 millimeter drivers. They sound amazing. They really do.
I've heard them before at your house.
They're not surround sound or anything, but for $28 for over-ear headphones. Tons of padding, so I don't care if I have the hard strap ones, they're gonna work. I've used them with every strap and headset I have, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
And they're by One Dio, the best headphones for the money period.
Yeah.
I've used DJ headphones. I have DJ headphones and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I know what some good sounding, but these for price, I could drop them, beat them up. I don't care.
Yeah.
And the best thing is I don't have it in the description yet. I will find the right cable for it.
The headphones are in the description.
Yeah. The headphone, these actually plug in on both sides. So they have 1/4 and 3.5 mil jacks, and you can swap them. So you can get a short 8-inch, 12-inch cable and plug them right into the headphones. You've got your short cable jack. So I don't really see the need to go buy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Official stuff's great, but I don't know. I love these headphones. I swear by them. So
I'd have to try these or see some reviews on these Logitech over-ear headphones.
Right.
These don't have me super excited. Earbuds, I'm not a big fan of earbuds either. Earbuds just bother my ears being in them. So I want
over time.
I do have the Mantis, the Bionic Mantis headphones. I plan on using those for the Quest 2 at least for the time being. Have the deluxe audio strap. I'll probably look into putting the Vive deluxe audio strap on there.
Right.
Some good news out of the VR ears is that they're saying that they are going to work on the Quest 2. So they put out an image that shows on the deluxe, on the Quest 2. I'm curious about, I'm sure it'll work with the Elite strap too, because it looks like they're up far enough where the Elite strap shouldn't really interfere or anything.
Right. It'll be on the mounting portion.
Yeah, so hopefully these will work out too. The only thing is, can we get a white version? You know what I mean? Like, I think it looks weird with the white headset. Same thing. I didn't love the Mantis headphones on the Quest or the Rift S because then you have these white ones.
So put them on this then, man.
Yeah, and that's what I'll probably end up doing until these show up if the audio is good enough on these VR ears. But I'm glad that they're at least aware and, supporting the Quest.
I know.
2.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, and again, we're seeing accessories now already for the Quest 2, which is really, really good.
I think we're going to see a lot more official supported accessories for the Quest 2 than we did the first Quest. And we saw a ton of accessories for the first one. So, I think this is going to be leaps and bounds more accessories, especially now that they're really supporting other companies making products for the Quest 2 that they did a little bit with the Quest 1, but not a ton. So,
telling you, man, these headphones are amazing. Hussein X said the same thing. Good tip. I mean, they're just, for the price, you will not probably find a better set of headphones.
Yeah, you're probably right. The ProTube also has their Quest 2 controller mounts available for pre-order. So if you have a ProTube, MagTube, Gunstock, or whatever, you can pre-order these. I have to imagine that the Quest 2 controllers are going to work just fine with the Mammut cups because they are flexible some to where they're made for different controllers. Don't have the Quest 2 controllers yet to confirm that, but I'm sure that they will. If they don't work, they're going to have their accessories out too. All the major Gunstock people are going to. So, I mean, the Quest 2 ain't even out yet. We're already seeing a bunch of people starting to support accessories for it. So
I know. I actually have a Mammut box showing up today. It's probably just got here.
You went and checked before we even started to see if it came in.
I know, man. I know.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So that's good. Love the accessories. What other accessories do we have?
The case looks really nice too. I do like that the official case. Cheers, Jason.
Quest 2 accessory fun.
Accessories fun. I know,
There's going to be a lot of accessories coming in.
I know. We're going to have to show them all to you guys, and that's the problem.
It's fun. I love it. I love accessories.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm a big hardware accessories kind of guy. I just love messing around with stuff. I love trying stuff like that out. You know, I love all the new VR games that come out, but I get much more excited for a package that shows up at the house that's a VR headset or an accessory. You know, the games are excellent. I mean, you can't enjoy any VR without the games. But so, can we get into a song?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised we haven't already. Oh God, no! I told you no singing. I told you.
So this is honestly kind of a special thing to us because if you've been watching the Coffee and VR show for a really long time, one of the real early episodes when the Quest first launched, Pengi, which she's probably in chat, I know she was earlier, she actually wrote a song for the launch of the Quest 2, and it was an excellent song. We played it on our show.
It's still up here, man.
I loved it. And I hadn't seen any other VR related songs come out of her for a really long time. Well, with the Quest 2, the Facebook Connect Quest 2 announcement, she rewrote the song and changed it up a little bit, and it's about Quest 2 now. And we asked her to make sure if it's okay with her that we can play it on the show, and she said that we could. And it is, and even Gaming Science Teacher, I see her saying yes with a heart. She said in the Discord, I posted it in our Discord, and she said that it like almost brought tears to her eyes, and it almost, I mean, it's almost an emotional thing for us too, because it was so early on in our Coffee and VR show. And so it's such, she's just so talented. I mean, she's a very, very good singer, a lot of talent, and just the fact that she wrote a song about VR is absolutely amazing. So very, very warm place in our heart. Big shout out. Her channel link is in the description, right?
It is.
Yeah, yes, so make sure you check out her channel. Check out some of the stuff she puts out. Really, really talented. So we're going to play this, and I'm going to try my absolute best not to sing along. Maybe I should mute my mic because...
Can we go to the studio?
Yeah, let's go to the studio. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and roll this. And
So good, man. Don't do it. Don't sing.
It's been over a year since you came. We knew you'd be good, but you blew us away. Now we say goodbye to Santa Cruz because you're being discontinued. Oculus Quest, you are the best. We wear you on our heads and we are free. No limit to what we can be. Oculus Quest. But now I wait to see the news. Delmar is here. It's time to choose. Do I stay with the original? Or do I upgrade to new visuals? Oculus Quest, you are the best. I wear you on my head and I am free. No limit to what we could be. Oculus Quest.
It's so good. Seriously, it gives me chills. It literally gives me chills. I mean, the first time I heard it, I was just like, oh my goodness, this is like, it's just so great. I mean, seriously, such a beautiful voice and just so talented, and just, I just love it. So I'm so thankful that she let us play that on our show, because it really means a lot. So,
man, it hits
so
home.
good. It does. It's just so awesome. It really is.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it.
Yeah,
it is good.
So cool. Yep.
Definitely give her some likes on it. If you get an extra second, go over there and give her some likes on her video and stuff too. But
I think Oculus needs to like scoop her up, man. Seriously,
right?
Like they need to be paying her to do to do performances and stuff. And I don't know, it's just awesome. It really is.
Yep.
So
hey, she is in chat.
I saw her in there a little bit ago. So
cool. Yeah,
awesome.
Yep.
So cool. Love it.
Yep, that is awesome.
I need to add that to like my playlist or something because I love it. So
that was my feels for the day.
Yeah, right. So there are some other stuff we haven't touched on yet as well in the show that we wanted to get to. I think that's all the accessories that we know for sure about right now, or that we're technically allowed to talk about. Right. Some other games. I know we talked about this a little bit before, but Population 1. No, not Mist.
Oh.
Population 1, man. This new trailer looks so good. And if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for the beta, because they have constantly let more people in, and they let a whole bunch more people in recently because they want to...
Allegedly.
Yeah. I think we can say that. But but they've let a lot more people in, so make sure you sign up for the beta. I have a feeling they'll probably let some more people in before the launch of this game to really, really put a good stress test on the servers and everything. They've made tons of progress. They're still confirming 2020 as the release date. They have plans later this year. Some people speculated it's going to come out with the launch of the Quest 2 same day. That's probably not going to happen. I hate to burst your bubble. It's not going to be that soon, but hopefully a little shortly after that. Holiday season, I would say. So I can't give any confirmed, for sure release dates or anything, but awesome game. This is going to be a game changer. What do you think?
I'm so pumped. I told you, man. I think this is going to be the title on Quest. This is what's going to change VR. It really will. It's going to bring in so many outside people that are buying a headset to play this game. I really do. I think it's
going to bring a lot of the younger generation in. I talked about my nephew, 15 years old, and he's. But I think it's going to be widely accepted, as a lot of players. But I think really the younger generation is going to see people. I mean, this is the perfect streamable game, right? There's not a lot of games in VR that are like that perfect fit for streaming. Long streams and stuff. And this is the kind of game I can see. Streamers really getting a lot of views on Population 1 gameplay, doing live streams, and we'll probably do some too. I'm sure some live streams, but it's just one of those games that it's action packed, it's quick, there's constantly stuff going on. You're constantly trying to find items, scavenge, and look for things, and strategy. It's squads. Current, or what I know they plan on, is a 3-person squad, and it's the teamwork and stuff, and it's going to be excellent. It's going to be a big game, so I'm just really excited for it.
I know. Oh, I saw the cemetery in there too. Shh. Looks so cool.
Stop right there. Don't give away our secrets. What were some other ones? Another one that's coming that didn't get any coverage, I don't think, in Facebook Connect, but Blast On. So this is coming. What is this? It's coming soon. I can't remember the date. It is October 8th. October 8th. So just before the Quest 2 release. And this is really smart for game developers to launch right around Quest 2 launch. Get publicity right when people are getting headsets. It's an excellent idea.
Well, the first thing everyone does when they get a headset, go buy games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're going to do.
And then look up videos and reviews of what games they should buy, because somebody new getting into VR, there's a plethora of games for them to play. How do you choose? How do you choose which game is going to be your first 5 games you buy? And it's going to be a hard decision now with so many good games. So Blast On, they're saying, is your greatest challenge awaits. Duel your opponent in VR, stay in constant motion, and blast them with high-tech weaponry. Blast On game arrives Oculus Quest on October 8th for $9.99. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, 1v1s are awesome too. I mean, a lot of people love 1v1s. We like the bigger stuff just because you and I probably like a little more chaos at times.
I like teamwork. Teamwork is a big thing for me.
I agree.
In VR.
I agree.
Yep. Yeah. And where did this go? Man, there's so much stuff in here. There it is. Okay.
Scornful said, did we talk about no one got a 3080? Yeah, we did.
That was one of the first topics we talked about, the 3080. We talked about that for a little while. Yeah, it's hard to, still disappointing. We did want to give a shout out to our friends here real quick from Starblazer. They did launch their game on the Oculus Store, not on Quest yet, but on the Oculus Store. It's on Steam, for Vive, everything. It's pretty much everywhere right now.
Constantly updating still, too.
Yeah, it has multiplayer now, so you can see some people. It also has live support. You can see the live support and the multiplayer stuff in Starblazer. And they wanted to just go ahead and give some people some keys. So these are Steam keys for this game. Cheers to them for hooking us up with those to give to you guys. And it's a lot of fun, and they have a lot of stuff in store. A great group of guys. We had them on the show a while back, and they also have another game that they're working on that I think is going to be a lot of fun for VR. We're not allowed to talk about it yet. Right. We may have them on again at some point in time, and we're going to talk about the game once we're able to. They gave us some inside stuff and showed us some stuff. It's really cool. I think it'd be pretty fun. So if you haven't picked this game up on Steam, go ahead and grab these codes and pick it up.
Constantly adding stuff. I'm pointing the wrong way because I'm on the other side now.
Yeah, that's so confusing.
Horrible, man. I know. I'm so
man.
used to this. It's bad, but
Yeah.
they just keep adding stuff. All the mini games, all of it. It's great game. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, great guys too.
Great AI and stuff in it.
Yeah,
definitely.
I know for the VR Trend magazine that came out, they sent out a preview article, and the article was of the Starblazer stuff, and I thought that was really well done. So
Yep.
Really cool.
Yep.
There was something else I wanted to get into, and now I slipped my mind.
Not related to the 70s cartoon. See somebody in chat.
Man, there was something else, and I can't think of what it was.
What are you wondering? For what, a game?
I don't know. I just had it in my mind before the Starblazer stuff, and now it left me.
I'm trying to think.
There is Alvo. Have you guys? I know we talked about Alvo a while back. They came out with a new trailer. This is for the PSVR.
It did.
And this is another one of the first-person shooter multiplayer games, but it's looking pretty good. And it's coming for PlayStation VR, Oculus Rift, Oculus Quest, playable with the Oculus Link cable.
It does look good.
Yeah,
it really does.
This trailer is where it really shines. These environments, you know, this environment here looks very in-depth to me, and it looks good.
I know. This again, one I have not played.
No, me neither.
And I really, really need to try this. I really do. South Memphis
coming through.
Cheers.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. No message either. Just making it rain on us.
VR Scrag, I said, why did Tyler and Sean flip sides?
Mainly,
Sean's shirt.
it was because I had this sweet hoodie because it's kind of chilly this morning. This Super Nintendo,
honest, Sean's shirt.
And that usually I'm over there, but my image is actually flipped, so I can't wear shirts with words on them because then it's backwards because I'm looking over here, and it's just kind of complicated. But that's why we ended up doing it. But we knew people were gonna end up noticing it, and we thought it was gonna be kind of funny, so. That's what we ended up doing. But I kind of actually wanted to get back into the Quest a little bit. I know we left the Quest too.
Only because I want to, the Link stuff.
Yeah, I want to talk about the Link stuff, and I want to talk about
the
screen or the Hertz stuff, and I want want to talk about casting and all that.
Memphis. My cup's overflowing. Man.
Literally making it rain on us.
More coffee, so I'll keep filling.
So awesome. Thank you again. So one thing I wanted to get into is that we, through the Carmack talks and stuff, because the Carmack talks came after our live stream on Wednesday. And
so good, dude.
We should have got into all this when we were on Quest 2 subject, but let's hop back in because everybody likes talking about the Quest 2 right now. He said that basically these screens are capable of doing 120 hertz.
Right.
But they are not approved, or how did he word it?
They're not rated for 120, but they will run. They went and experimental or jacked it up and tried it at 120. And it actually does run at that.
Yeah,
so
and he said that there were some games and stuff had some ghosting and some effects that they could probably get rid of if they wanted to with software stuff. But they said since it's not an approved rated for 120 hertz, it was kind of the same thing that happened with the Quest because that was a 72 hertz panel that would run 90 hertz. And they said basically that they're not going to enable that because it was either the Quest or the Rift S, I can't remember now, but they said they weren't going to enable that because due to the FCC ratings and stuff, it wasn't rated for that hertz. So if you ran it at that hertz, and something happened, you could probably get sued because they're like, well, that's not FCC rated. Right. So I don't know what's going to happen with that.
That's fine.
Yeah,
right.
I would love to see 120 hertz. Like even he said that he's still going to hold out hope for 120 hertz someday, like with games like Beat Saber and stuff like that. I think it would be awesome if they do it. I don't know that they will, but I mean, we know it's going to be capable of 90 hertz. It's going to be pretty much 72 hertz right out of the box when it launches. There's going to be a way to go in the experimental features and turn on 90 hertz for the browser and the Oculus Home. Stuff like that, but the games will eventually, developers can enable 90 hertz modes and all of that. So,
I mean, I feel like 90, I'm good with 90. I don't really need, why try and max it out and push stuff to the point of breaking or glitching or maxing out something? I don't have a need past 90. I know some people feel like they notice it. And I agree, I would on a TV normally, but I feel like in VR, I don't. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm more focused on objects and what it is and not the screen. I don't know, but it doesn't bother me as much. I don't know. Gaming science teacher Carmack so refreshingly real and honest, and I would love to talk to him.
It is. I
he
mean,
really is. I feel like he's just somebody I would love to talk to because of his
I love that he doesn't
realness.
sugarcoat like the things that they didn't get right. You know, the things that they wanted to be able to do that they didn't do. Some of the corners that they had to cut in Quest 2 to get the price where they wanted it to. You know, he's not holding back. Like, he's not saying, you know, hyping the Quest 2 up to be everything that it, you know, more than it is, you know.
So for me, what I take away most from him is his capability to look at everything as a whole, right? So everything, how it applies to everything else and what it does. So when you're pulling weight in this, you lose this, or how it reflects on that, or he looks at everything from so many different angles that his strategy is what's great for VR and the market and the technology, to where there's no outside influence from investors and what they need to do and should be doing. It's more of what progresses the technology, and that is what I love. And I could listen to him forever.
The Carmack talks are great. I was a little worried this year, you know, before we got the Facebook Connect announcement, I was a little worried that he might not have a talk because he hasn't been working as much and stuff. But I don't think VR, and especially Quest and all that, I don't think it would be anywhere near where it is without that man. I mean, he is a genius. I mean, literally, he's a genius. I don't know. And talking about the Quest 2, they did mention that coming this holiday that they're going to be able to do GPU boosting for Quest with Unity and Unreal integrated games for mixed reality capture. That was one of the things that was an issue with the Quest 1, was recording, streaming gameplay. It was a big missed opportunity in there. And I think part of the big reason why they had so many issues with it is because they were pushing the hardware so hard, and to be able to try to stream and record gameplay on the headset and everything while you're playing games, it's tough. So I think that for sure is going to improve leaps and bounds with Quest 2. And they're even talking, I mean, they had a whole presentation for the developer talks about mixed reality capture with the Quest 2. And like they said, they're going to be able to do GPU boosting and stuff when you're doing live stream, or LIV basically captures, but it's Oculus mixed reality. And that's something I look forward to.
We find ourselves even on our PCs with 2080s and stuff, even having hard times with that because of what we're pushing to a headset and then trying to capture at least 1080 and then push it out. We struggle.
When you're playing a demanding PCVR game on a PCVR headset and recording and streaming it and stuff, you definitely notice performance decreases when you're doing that. So it is straining on a system. It definitely is. And that's something that's really good. I think that that's going to improve in all areas for that. You know, recording natively on the Quest, I think we're going to have a whole lot less issues than we did on the first one. I think casting to a TV, I think streaming, mixed reality capture, all that's going to greatly improve.
I agree.
What do you
now with what I was going to say, we now have confirmation too of Wi-Fi 6.
That's what I was going to get into.
So is that going to also help with casting? I'm sure it will. It won't help with the processor side of it, but now since we have so much headroom, I feel like we're covered on that.
Yeah, we got a lot more headroom.
Yeah, but, you know, even Carmack then got into the whole, you know, Airlink is what he called it. And I would say, obviously, we know it's probably possible because he acts like it exists, or they have been testing it. So,
they've definitely
or it's
been
possible. Well, sure. So, and being he already has a name for it, right? So he's already coined it something. So is it coming? Is it already in the works for this XR2? I mean, I think we would be fools to not think we have a chance of actually getting it with this.
I am 90% convinced that down the road we are going to have an official wireless streaming capabilities to stream PCVR games to a Quest 2 headset. I am 90% convinced with an 85% plus or minus.
Sure.
Of my reliability.
Sure. But honestly, I mean, we know it's possible.
It's coming.
We know the speed can handle it. So
what it is that the whole thing that it revolves around is the fact that they want people to be able to have the same experience. You know, they don't want somebody to, you know, with having interference or having a router that's not as good. So they have to get all that worked out. So that's why it's going to be down the road.
No router. No router. No wireless router. There won't be a wireless router.
No, but I mean your wireless connection and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, right.
You don't want, you know, if something's blocking it, if something's interfering, you know, if somebody turns on the microwave downstairs, like there's a lot of things that can interfere with that signal. So they want to get it to where,
Wi-Fi 6.
but they want it. That's what I'm saying though. Once they can get all of that working and all of the variables figured out to where everybody can have pretty much the same experience, and it's not one person having a really good experience, the next person having a really terrible experience with it. That's where they got to get it. And I guarantee once they get there, and they will, is that that's what the wireless streaming is going to happen. I really think it's going to happen.
I mean, I don't care if it's downgraded resolution. Put me down to first gen Quest resolution. Sell me a module that's Wi-Fi direct right to the headset.
Yeah, that's what's
covered.
going to need to happen. So even Meowmix said they need a dongle that we attach to our PCs. Having to wait for Wi-Fi 6 router adoption will take too long. I agree. I think because you're not ever, I mean, it's going to take a long time for everybody to have a Wi-Fi 6, enabled router and everything else.
You can't rely on somebody's own network and interference and everything else. You have to have direct. And we've seen that with how it is now. With, you have by the Vive adapter. I mean, it's a direct.
Right.
And what's the other one? Can't think what it's called at the moment.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't remember now, but
it's been out for a long time. But yeah, that's how they're doing it. I mean, you have to. You can't rely on something else.
And they've been working on that.
That eliminates all the issues, right?
Yeah, that's what's
with
coming.
Anyone's network and stuff. So you're directly to the PC. Downgrade the resolution if you're fearful of not being able to push that much information.
I don't want that.
You don't want it, but would you take it? I would.
Yeah, I would, but I think they'll get it worked out. Honestly, this is the thing that happened with the first Quest.
So too,
they came out with the Quest originally, and that thing constantly improved throughout its lifespan. Constantly. They added hand tracking, they added the link capabilities, they improved on the link capabilities. They made it to where you don't have to have the official link cable or a really high-end cable to run it. You can use USB 2. Yeah. They've constantly improved it. That is what is going to happen with this. Is exactly what's going to happen. And they've already been working on it because we've seen a patent in the back in the day for what they're calling a relay, which is basically the same thing where it's an item that you put in your physical space that eliminates a lot of the variables and makes things more solid. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to have a way to do it that's going to eliminate all the other variables. That's going to be a very good, smooth performance. And they're going to not only own the mobile hardware space, the standalone, they're going to take a big chunk out of the PCVR space as well with this because everybody wants wireless VR.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, can you imagine? It gives you everything in one headset.
Yeah.
I mean, literally everything. Yes, it's not your highest field of view and the highest resolution screens and everything, but it gives you everything. Mobile, wireless PC, wired PC, everything, extra batteries. I mean, it's
and we do know that the link cable is going to work as well. We know that that's going to work right out of the gate. So you're still going to be able to play PCVR, but I truly think down the road we're going to have a phenomenal PCVR wireless experience out of the Quest 2. I think that's coming. Honestly, I do.
And with the cable it comes with, you can play PCVR from about 3 feet away.
Yeah, you're not really going to use the cable that the new Quest 2 comes with. Luckily, I still have the official link cable, which I think is still going to be the best way to play PCVR.
But it's only a couple milliseconds of latency cut out by using that. I mean, that's what Carmack even said. It shaved a couple milliseconds off with that cable because they over-engineered the cable and then realized that they can only pass so much through the Quest.
Yeah, but is that going to be changed with the Quest 2, though? Because the Quest 2, a lot of the restrictions for Link on Quest 1 was how much data they could pass to the Quest 1. So now with the Quest 2, those limits are going to be higher. So you should already be able to get a better experience. There's still going to be compression. They're still going to have to compress it and decode it and everything else. That's still going to be going on for right now. But I think their long game is wireless. I think that's what's going to happen. So my question is, do I sell my Rift S now? What is the point of me having a Rift S anymore? We know that's getting discontinued later this year. And then that's going to segue into all the G2 cancellations because I do want to touch on that. But what use do I have for my Rift S now, really?
I mean, weight and not having to have a battery to charge. I mean, that's how I still take a wireless headset is you don't have all that extra, front weight. You don't have a battery that you have to recharge. So it's literally plug and go. And I do like that about wired headsets, that I don't have to be like, oh man, this died, or I can't use it, or I ran out of battery. For long play sessions or deving,
but if you're using Quest 2 as a PCVR headset, you don't have to worry about the battery dying. At least for right now, you're plugged in. Until we get wireless streaming, you're plugged in, so it stays charged. With a good cable, it'll hold a charge.
It does.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's Hussein X said it's why Quest 2 is Rift 2 for me first, Quest second. So a lot of people are buying this for a PCVR headset. So Alakazam with another one. Thank you, sir.
Alakazam, cheers.
Yeah, thank you.
Really do appreciate it, guys.
Really do,
My
honestly.
gosh.
Yeah.
We really do. We love covering all this for you guys. We so wish we could have been at Facebook, Oculus, whatever, Connect.
We wish. Maybe next year.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Yep.
So for me...
We'll talk to Carmack then, at least.
Yeah. For me, the my go-to headset is the Index, right? I use the Index and the Quest
too.
right now a lot. You know, the Quest I use for standalone, the Index I use for PC gaming. The only time I ever really use my Rift S right now is when it's an Oculus exclusive or something like that, because I don't like having to use Revive. I do sometimes. I just used it recently with the Index, but I prefer to just go ahead and plug an Oculus headset in, and that's what I use the Rift S for. I don't love the Rift S. There's no IPD adjustment. It gives me eye strain. The audio is terrible. It's not the most comfortable headset for me. It's not for me. Some people love it.
I know.
Don't get me wrong.
Well, and now it doesn't have that low entry point. You know what I mean? So,
but now I'm going to have a Quest 2. I have a link cable. You know, I'm going to have better audio on there from either VR, Ears, or Mantis or something. And I get better visuals, you know, better screens.
Right.
I get at least somewhat of an IPD adjustment compared to the Rift S. So my only thing is do I get rid of my Rift S or do I just leave it on the shelf as a shelf ornament? I think I probably just leave it on the shelf, but.
Well, yeah, we obviously do. But I mean, for anybody else, I mean, sell it. You might as well put it into a newer headset and upgrade.
If
you know
you're
what
not
I mean?
into collecting,
you might as well.
yeah, you might as well. So.
Cheers,
Mad Wookie.
Another
said, keep it up. He said, keep it up. The little animation. He's doing some working out in there. You know
in VR.
Yeah. Maybe. So what about the G2? I mean, this is a topic that I've almost every stream and stuff that I've been in, I have heard people saying that they're canceling their G2. And I don't remember who it was. They were earlier in chat, said that they were on the phone. I can't remember, Anakaze maybe.
Yeah,
said he was on the phone with them with HP, you know, for 2 hours trying to get it to cancel.
I told you I had that same issue, man. I had to try and cancel one, remember?
Yeah, because you bought you initially pre-ordered in it, you paid for it, but you never got any kind of confirmation. The order never went through, but it took the money.
Well, yeah, I never got a receipt for it, and it never loaded the final, you know, your order has been placed, but it processed the amount, you know, under my bank, you know, it said I was getting it, but yet I never had any official email that said I got it. So I'm like, well, look, I want to be on the first pre-order list. I have to make sure that I'm in.
Right.
And then I could not get a hold of anybody. I think I told you I was on the phone for, I think 2.5 hours, and I finally hung up. Yeah. And they kept bouncing me around, and I'm like, this is ridiculous, because it's done by a third party or maybe a sub company of HP. I don't know what. Yeah. But I was just a little fed up with it. And then eventually that payment fell off, and I'm like, screw it, I'm just ordering another one. And this was days later, so I was really nervous about it. But yeah, it was kind of a pain in the butt to do. I don't know. Do I think anybody should? I mean, I think it's a viable option. I mean, you're going to get a higher field of view. So it will be my daily driver for PC gaming.
That's what I think too.
For
me, it'll be up in the air. It'll be up in the air between Index and Reverb G2. I don't know which one I'm going to pick up on a daily basis. But somebody said something about they're going to wait until the Quest 2 has the 90 hertz on PC. I'm pretty sure right out of the gate, Quest is having 90 hertz with the link cable, if I'm not. I mean, maybe mistaken, but I'm almost positive that's out of the gate.
It'll have 90 hertz, yeah. I mean, even in their menus, in the web browser,
before
and then
PCVR.
in any game. Right. But then any game, even the developer, which I'm sure out of the gate, we're going to see.
Yeah.
We're going to see some come out with the 90 right away, I'm sure.
Yeah, but he's talking PCVR. So I'm pretty sure 90 hertz is already there with the link cable on PCVR, I believe, right out of the gate. But yeah, I mean, and I did want to clear up real quick. I kind of feel like we're all over the place because my head is just swirling with things I want to talk about. But I saw earlier in the chat that somebody said something about that the link cable doesn't work with the Elite strap with the battery pack. And that is a yes and no kind of a thing. So basically the way it works is that when you have the Elite strap with the battery pack, you have a USB cord that runs from that battery pack and plugs into the headset, right? Correct. So then you have another USB port in the battery pack to charge that battery pack. So what they're saying is that when you're using the Elite strap with that battery pack plugged into the headset, you can't use Link. You can't plug the Link cable into the back of that headset.
But you don't need to.
Right. What you do, you can still use it with that head strap. You just have to unplug the battery and then plug the Oculus Link cable directly into the headset. So you can still use Link with the Elite strap of the battery pack. You just can't use it plugged.
Need the battery because you're hooked up to the PC, which is charging the internal battery.
Depending on the cable, yeah.
Yeah,
not all the
make
cables
sure you buy the right one.
Yeah, buy a good cable, and you won't need it. But so it is still usable with the Elite strap of the battery pack. You just can't take advantage of both things at the same time. Right, is the only thing.
Absolutely. I totally understand.
And I think it is. You know, some people said, why didn't they do like a pass through with that rear port? Because it probably would be more comfortable. You know what I mean? To just go ahead and plug it into the back. But I'm sure that adds a lot of cost by making it pass through and not just a charging port on the back. So it will still be usable. That's what I'm going to be rocking, is that Elite strap with the battery pack. So
Hard to Get said that Quest 2 Link is 72 hertz at launch.
Is it? I thought for sure they said it was 90.
I think that's what the current one's locked to. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, the current one is, but I thought for sure that the Quest 2 was 90 when plugged into a PC. I don't know for sure.
72 because of pass through, but unless they're getting more.
It's going to be right off the bat, if anything. I mean, that's not going to be long. They're going to if the 90 hertz isn't unlocked right away using the link cable, that's going to be really soon. But I'm almost positive they said it was right away.
It's all about bandwidth, being able to pass through. So
yeah, but I'm pretty sure they said 90 hertz.
I don't know.
Maybe they said 90 hertz early 2021, but I thought for the link cable was right off the bat, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. So much information this week that it's hard to process and store all of it to remember everything. But
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So
I know you're checking too. I'm looking to see if we had anything else here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's about it, isn't it?
I think that is about it.
Yeah, I know I'm keeping my G2 order for sure. That's going to be my daily driver for sure.
Yeah. I'm a PCVR guy at heart, but I'm going to use the Quest 2 probably more than I use the Quest 1 because of the improvements. And
I agree.
I'm super, super excited about it. I mean, this Quest 2 honestly is going to be the thing I think that is going to push. I mean, love Facebook or hate them. I totally understand both sides, but they are doing great things for the VR world. This is going to make VR a more widely adopted medium than what it ever has been, I think.
Hugely
the Quest 2.
adopted.
Yeah. I really do think that it is. I agree with the concerns of privacy and everything. I mean, I don't know. It's just such a good and a bad thing all in one kind of. When Facebook purchased Oculus, it was kind of bittersweet. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I know.
So
yep.
Yeah, I mean, Jason said his index controllers literally fall apart. Tyler's fall apart when he bashes them against the table.
Everything that follows Jason, I think they fall apart because when we were in his game, mine fell apart. So
yeah, that was kind of your fault. But and gaming science teacher and John Freeman bring up hot swappable batteries. So that's another. And the battery life, oh my goodness. People are saying like they're getting like 10 hours and they still haven't even replaced the batteries out of the controllers, like crazy numbers, which blows my mind because the original, the Quest and the Rift S controllers, they never lasted long at all. Like it was crazy how much difference battery life went from CV1 controllers to Quest 2 Rift S controllers. But yeah, I mean, I'm really, really, really excited. These are really, really exciting times. And I feel like today was just like a jam pack. We went longer than we have in a while. Usually we try to stick to around an hour and 15 minutes at most. We've been we've been an hour and a half.
I know we do. Yeah.
There's just so much to cover, so much exciting stuff to talk about. I honestly have a hard time shutting up. Tell me to shut up. I don't know.
I know. You can shut up. That's fine. I'm going to say one more thing. Thank you guys for being here. We really do appreciate it. We appreciate all the likes, everybody who's watching us live in chat. I know our numbers just keep going up, and honestly, it's because of you guys growing the VR community. And as we say, let somebody try VR. If you've got it, invite them over. Let them try it, because that is the only way that people can see how good VR is.
Absolutely.
I know. We tell everybody about it. I let everybody try it that comes over.
You can watch every video on VR there is out there, and you still won't get a sense of how awesome VR is until you try it. And let us know. Please let us know in the comments after the video if this is going to be your first VR headset. If you've never had a VR headset before, you've always wanted one, the Quest 2 is going to be your first one. Let us know. Or maybe the G2 is going to be your first ever VR headset. I don't know. Let us know. Let us know why you canceled your G2, kind of your thought process and going in that, because I am curious.
That's crazy. That takes a hit.
Yeah. I almost feel bad for HP because they should have got that thing out ahead of time. I just got an email from HP saying that they still don't have a confirmed release date yet. It's going to be fall. They're still saying fall of this year. I looked up what the last day of fall is, and I believe that is December 20th. So they have between now and December 20th to get this thing shipped out. I don't know when that's going to be. Expecting an announcement pretty soon of an official release date. I don't know. For me, it's hard because I want all the headsets. So I'm keeping my G2 pre-order because I want the best of the best, but I also want entry level that is beyond entry level. Quest 2 is beyond entry level.
That's not even entry level. I mean, it is the entry headset.
Price point is entry,
but level, man.
Yeah, technology is not entry level. So
I know.
So excited. Seriously, what's everybody playing this week? You guys want to play some Void Racer?
Listen
I can't stop. I can't stop.
I know. This is what we do on Saturdays
I'm
anyways.
sorry.
So yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so excited. I know. But let's play some Void Racer this week. Pick it up on Quest. It looks good.
It's a good call.
We need to get them contractors numbers up too. They've been low. We got to get back in there. It's coming. As well.
We're getting vehicles, new characters.
Yeah, new character models, like realistic looking character models. Can't wait for that.
Yep.
So
man, I know.
I'm just so excited. I'm sorry.
I know.
Shut up.
I know. It's good stuff. I can't wait to see what accessories we get to talk about and show you guys too. So
yeah, some cool stuff coming up.
Some other games too.
Yeah, and real quick, I did want to mention. Can I say something else? So I think that VR Espresso. So I'm trying to do some of these VR Espressos. We're trying just real quick to the point VR stuff, VR news for the week leading up to the Coffee and VR show. We talked about an upcoming headset that we didn't know what it was, and people were saying it's really going to be a Quest competitor. I think I was almost convinced then, but I'm pretty sure it's the Pico Neo 2 Lite. This is launching in the US. Yeah, it's coming with Super Hot and stuff. Really cool. I wish them the best. I think it's great to have some competition. I just don't know if this is going to be able to compete with the Quest 2. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for anybody. But I expect we see a lot more XR2 chip platform standalone this coming year, 2021. I think we will.
Yep. I agree. We definitely will. I can't wait to see some of the other bigger competitors. I mean, Pico, still a great headset. I would love to try it, be proven wrong. It's just going to be hard to stand it up with the Oculus ecosystem. So
how do you? We'll see. $299 price and the amount of games you can play on the Quest 2. How do you stand up?
Yeah, man. No way. No way. I know. Yep. So, except no Facebook. So maybe.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Yep. So
all right.
I'm sorry.
We will get out of here. I was supposed to tell you to shut up. You're over here. Gosh, this is so weird. I can't freaking take it today.
Cheers, everybody.
Are you going to sing us out? No. No,
I've talked so much. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm starting to lose my voice because my phenomenal singing skills won't be on par right now. So we'll have to keep those for some other time. But seriously,
we will get out of here. We will see you guys back here next Saturday, or at least this week for some more stuff. We'll see you back here. See you in VR, right?
Yep.
Sweet. We're
out,
out.
everybody. Thanks so much. Seriously, thank you so much. We love you.
Cheers. See you
later.
Absolutely. Later.
I got into VR in 2016. That was when we first, we got the Rift.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, it worked.
There he is. How about
Perfect.
That?
Hey.
We're here. My name's Sean. Definitely VR.
Hole is bigger.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not always better.
Let's keep it PG, boys.
I mean, right? We don't know like how much sound is coming out of it.
It's true.
Right.
Is there more sound coming out of it? We don't know.
Yeah.